What's going on, YouTube? It's that time of the year. It's time to do some NBA playoff predictions. It's been a great year. Hopefully, the playoffs are great. They really have potential to be. So, you already see my picks. I'm just going to go through all of them. Starting with the play-in games. The Kings Mavericks. I'm taking Mavericks because they have the front court defense to slow down Sabonis, and I don't know how the Kings stop Anthony Davis. And then Warriors beat Grizzlies. Come on now, that's an easy one. And I think Grizzlies beat Mavericks. Jaren Jackson Jr. locks down Anthony Davis. And on the other side, Heat over Bulls. The Heat have the two best players in that game. Magic over Hawks, that's another easy one. And Hawks over Heat, I think Capella locks down Adebayo. Now to the first round, OKC over Grizzlies. OKC is just too good to get upset like that. Nuggets over Clippers. A lot of people are high on the Clippers, but I think it's a good matchup for the Nuggets because if you're the Clippers, you would want one of Derrick Jones or Kawhi Leonard to be guarding Jamal Murray. And if you put Derrick Jones on Jamal Murray, then Michael Porter Jr. is going to have all kinds of size advantages. And the altitude home court advantage is a real thing. I'm taking Nuggets. Interesting 3-6 between the Lakers and Timberwolves. I think Timberwolves can compete, but I think the Lakers are too good to lose that. Warriors over Rockets, that's an interesting one. I don't love the matchup for the Warriors, but I feel like having Jimmy Butler and Steph Curry is going to help them, and I think the Rockets' inexperience is going to hurt them, so I think the Warriors are still good enough to pull that series out. This Rockets-Warriors series gives a ton of Kings-Warriors first-round series back in 2022, and we know how good of a series that was. I feel like this one could be as good. Thunder over Nuggets, they're just a much better team right there. Even though I think the Nuggets match up interestingly with them, I think the Thunder are just too good to lose it. Lakers-Warriors, this is the toughest one to pick, and it's potentially going to be the highest rated series in the playoffs. These two teams, I think the Lakers are the second best team in the West, and the Warriors are the third best team in the West in the regular season. But in the playoffs, I think the Warriors are the second best team in the West because they have guys like Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler who just turn their game up when it comes to playoff time. Yeah, the Lakers have that Game 7 home court advantage, but it's not that much of an advantage. All these games are going to be in California, and it's J.J. Redick's first year of coaching. I think his inexperience, especially playing against Steve Kerr, it might be a factor, it might show. So I'm taking Warriors in a really tough one right there, and OKC over Warriors. One of the biggest problems with the Warriors is their age, so having to go through this play-in game, a potential 7-game series here, another potential 7-game series, I think that's going to factor in here. I think OKC wins comfortably in 5. I think Cavaliers sweep the Hawks. I mean, no disrespect to the Hawks, but if that's not a sweep, then that shows you how hard it is to sweep an NBA team. Pacers over Bucks, that's an interesting one. Damian Lillard is the biggest storyline right there. How healthy is he going to be? If he's fully healthy, game 1, I'm still taking Pacers in 7. I just think it's a good matchup for them, and the Bucks are still learning how to play without Doc Rivers, and the Pacers have the home court advantage. I think the Knicks sweep the Pistons. The Knicks are a much better team, and the Pistons are without Jaden Ivey, and it's a good matchup for the Knicks, and the Pistons are inexperienced. Outside of guys like Tobias Harris and Tim Hardaway, but their core is inexperienced. It's the Pistons' first go-around in the playoffs in the Cade Cunningham era. Everyone wants to ride an underdog train and cheer for the Pistons, pick the Pistons, but I think the Knicks sweep, and then Celtics easily over Magic. Cavaliers over Pacers easily, and Celtics over Knicks, but I think this is an underratedly tough series to pick. The thing about the Knicks, they've had an up and down season, you feel like they're a contender, you feel like they're the 4th best team in the league. They've had an up and down year. But the thing about the Knicks is they built this team specifically to be a bad matchup for the Celtics. There's a reason they got guys like Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby. There's a reason they traded Julius Randle for Karl-Anthony Towns. I think the Celtics still win in 7. And then Cavaliers over Celtics. A couple reasons. Home court advantage, and like I said, 7-game series right here, 5-game series right here. I think fatigue is a potential factor. So Cavaliers over Celtics. And now in the finals, you got two of the three best teams in the league, arguably the top two, the OKC Thunder, the Cleveland Cavaliers. Look, last year's finals got a lot of hate for being unentertaining, and if it's OKC Cavs, I mean, those are some really good teams, but I wouldn't have a lot of confidence in the finals as far as an entertainment factor, so hopefully there's a game winner or something. I think OKC wins it in either 5 or 6. I think it's a good matchup for them. You have DeAndre Hunter guarding SGA, but then who's guarding J-Dub? So I think SGA, J-Dub, Holmgren win their first rings together. Probably not going to be their last either. OKC has the best direction in the league. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is potentially going to win MVP and Finals MVP in the same season, which is really hard to do. So those are my playoff predictions. Hopefully you like them. Hopefully the playoffs are entertaining this year, and thanks for watching.